on the banks of the Red Cedar in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Michigan State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, he is concerned going to an environment like this. One of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So Michigan State's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside. It's Lacey. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
He'll try to do it himself. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Looking to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going for it all. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Just plowing ahead. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive. Attacking deep down the field, but They're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Rush is on him. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Punts it out of the air. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, that's a nice job on 3rd down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first 3rd down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe that everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense. Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play.
Maybe some room here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Cook. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The run inside. It's Edwards. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a catch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Ready. Blue 22, blue 22. Ready, go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line.
Here we go, ready, go!
To the air on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
Running inside, it's Edwards. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's got it again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's the return. He's got great speed. Lowers those pads. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
But I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. running to Green. He's up to 51 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains.
Here's a little room there. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Cook. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
Gets the back moving. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the right. With the catch, it's Cook. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got some room, it was over. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Here's the pressure. At the 35, he's got room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48.
Let's go!
From the gun, looking for a man. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Running free. Touchdown, Spartan. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Haas. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
gates of the Red Cedar in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Michigan State Spartans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Checking in with the Rebels head coach. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So the Michigan State Spartans kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running inside, it's Lacey. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical. They love running the football. That's their identity. But the defense getting that stop on 3rd and short.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Going for the marker on the ground. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's looking deep. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Back to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the wideout. can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Ready. Wide. 53. Cross.
Motion from the wideout.
Go.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And he never had a chance.
And this offense comes out 1st down, tries to run the football, no answer. 2nd down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
The Spartans decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Rebels offense is back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him. But really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
22.
Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again.
Set to kick it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
The run inside. It's Lacy. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety jet. Turning it on! And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty!
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Boy, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense would be in a really good position all game long.
Good timing on the quick out. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Rebels Rebels look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Smarty. A pick six.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay. And he did right there with that pick six.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that upthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Haas. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go right back downfield. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
Moves around to clear up the vision. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running to the left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's a heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. At the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man covers. Just him and the wideout, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Running inside. It's Lacey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Looking down the middle, working that left side. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got cannon.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. Just a little off. Incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That slices the lead to 2.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. On the run, it's Edwards. Breaks into the open. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell, among many, who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pull back a couple years ago, such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality.
There's some room. Huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. He's racked up 92 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Motion from the wide receiver. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They want to run it left here. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Third and 6 yards to go. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. That is no good. And guys, they miss a chance to stretch the lead. It's still sitting on a 2.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls in the deep ball. He's loose. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, so it seems every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Opening play of the drive from the 39. The run inside. It's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Oh, he can't hang on, and those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. On target to the left. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Might be calling a hot route.
Sweep, sweep.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Spartan! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now Michigan State wants to stop the clock. It's their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decimal meter on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these two-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that effort creating the takeaway?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to the ground with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They extend the lead to 5 here in the third. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's Texas A&M keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll move the tight end. Might as well stick with him. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, 3rd downs, get him the football. Shoot, 1st downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
The Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end, and he's wrestled to the ground.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Cross. Hydro. Ready, go.
From the gun, wants to pass. He fires a bullet to the right. Leaping grab for a big gain. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Using his legs, it's Edwards. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Open on the right side, that's Smith. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Going to the run, it's Edwards. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try it over the left side. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick with the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Going for 6. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Hit as he throws. With the catch, it's Cunningham. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Picks up the 1st down. Might have a chance. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
And I love the way they just came out in the 2nd half. The passing game, it was a little touch and go in the 1st half, right? What did they do well? They ran the football. They come out in the 2nd half, Palmer, more of the same. They didn't abandon it. They break the long run, and they cut into this lead.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? For them right now, the key is scoring points. Can't keep turning it over. They were turning it over, throwing the football, so let's run it. And after gashing him like that, if I was this offensive coordinator, I would just keep giving this guy the football, regardless of what the defense does, and see if he can break another long one.
Looking downfield, it's Knight. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Michigan State, 27. Ole Miss, 25. Number 17. Starts the kickoff.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The offense changing the play. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
They'll have a first down here, a week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Trying the left side. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And the Spartans are rolling down the field.
Touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that. We've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so we can come up and make a play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to... There he goes! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have him there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Lacey. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws for the tight end. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Wants to fire on second down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. On the ground, it's Edwards. Makes it past the marker. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
They'll ride the hot hand. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Second and long here, but objective number one, keep that clock moving. The run inside. It's Edwards. Hard running there. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
So surprised. We have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Takes it the other way. Inside, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Knight. Bringing the heat. And they got him.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.